나한테 이러지 마. 자꾸만 살고 싶게 하지 말라고.
If you've been watching K-dramas for a while, I'm pretty sure you already have that one actor in mind. The one who never disappoints, who always pulls you into the story but somehow still hasn't won a Baeksang Arts Awards. And honestly, it just doesn't sit right. So in today's video, I want to talk about 10 K-drama actors who I truly believe deserve a Baeksang by now. And trust me, some of these names, you're definitely going to agree with me. Number 10. Kim So-hyun. We have to start with Kim So-hyun because it feels like we've literally watched her grow up on our screens. She started out as a child actress back in 2006, and we've essentially been there for every stage of her life, watching her evolve into the powerhouse she is today. Think back to 2012. If you were watching K-dramas then, she was the younger version of everyone. Her big breakout was definitely Moon Embracing the Sun, where she played the young Baekyung. She was only 13, but she played that villainous child role with so much complexity that you actually felt for her. Then she hit us with Missing You, playing the young Lee Soo-hyun. That role was heavy, dealing with trauma and tragedy, and it was the moment everyone was like, okay, this isn't just a child actor. This is an actor. Now, let's talk about the big one. The 2021 Baeksang nomination for River, Where the Moon Rises. This is the role that should have been her win. First of all, the production was a mess behind the scenes, and she basically held that entire drama together on her shoulders. She played a dual role, Queen Yun and Princess Pyongyang, and she also had to play an assassin identity, Yeong Ga-jin. She became the youngest Best Actress nominee in Baeksang history for this. When she stood there as a warrior princess, she didn't look like a girl playing dress-up. She looked like a leader. She lost to Kim So-hyun for Penthouse, and look, Penthouse was a fever dream, but the sheer difficulty of what So-hyun did in River, Where the Moon Rises, that was a performance for the history books. And don't even get me started on the roles that didn't even get a Baeksang nominations. Who Are You? School 2015. She played twins. Eunbi and Eunbayol were so distinct that you could tell which sister she was playing just by the way she stood or shifted her gaze. To do that at 16 years old is crazy. Then there's Paige Turner. It's a short 3-episode drama, but her performance as a pianist who loses her sight was so nuanced. It didn't get the awards buzz because it was short, but that was some of her best work. Even in Love Alarm, she took a character that could have been a typical sad girl and gave her so much internal conflict. She's been delivering Best Actress energy for a decade, and the fact that she has not won a Baeksang Award yet is just crazy to me. Number 9. Yoo Yeon-seok. Yoo Yeon-seok is a literal shapeshifter. He's that rare actor who can play a selfless doctor in one show and a terrifying killer in the next, and you'll believe him every single time. He doesn't just act. He completely changes his vibe, his walk, and even his gaze for every role he takes. It's funny because he actually started at the very top with a role in the classic movie Old Boy, but then he spent a long time playing the villain in movies like Architecture 101. He was so good at being the bad guy that people actually had a hard time liking him. That all changed in 2013 with Reply 1994. He played Chilbong, the sweet, pining baseball player, and he gave the entire K-drama world a massive case of second lead syndrome. That was the turning point where he became a leading man that everyone wanted to root for. Now, we have to talk about the 2019 Baeksang nomination that still keeps fans up at night. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for playing Gu Dong-mei in Mr. Sunshine. Honestly, Dong-mei is one of the most complex characters ever written. He was a tragic samurai, a man caught between two worlds, who was incredibly brutal, but also deeply in love. Yeon-seok played him with so much soul. He had to do so much acting without saying a word, just through his eyes. He won Best Supporting Actor at the Seoul Awards for this, but when he didn't take the Baeksang Award home, it felt like a total snub. Then, there's his nomination for A Bloody Lucky Day. This was a huge shot at Best Actor. He played GM Hyuk-soo, a terrifying psychopath who hitches a ride with a taxi driver. He was so bone-chillingly good that you completely forgot his nice guy image. He was nominated alongside some huge names, but again, he walked away empty-handed. It's frustrating because both of these roles showed two completely opposite sides of his talent, yet the Baeksang win just hasn't happened. Number 8. Chang-wook. If there was an award for the most hardworking man in the industry, Chang-wook would have a shelf full of them. He's one of the few actors who has conquered every genre, from massive historical epics to gritty crime noirs, and he's done it all while maintaining this humble, down-to-earth energy that fans just adore. His journey started in musical theater, but his breakout moment on TV was definitely Smile Again, back in 2010. He played a short-track speed skater, and the show was a massive hit. But let's be real, the role that turned him into a legend was Tae-hwan in Empress Ki. Playing a weak, shielded emperor who slowly loses his mind out of love and obsession was a huge risk, but he pulled it off so well that he completely stole the show. That was the moment we all realized he wasn't just a pretty actor, he was a powerhouse. Now, here's the frustrating part. Chang-wook has actually never won a Baeksang for his acting. His biggest close call was in 2017 when he was nominated for Best New Actor in the film category for Fabricated City. In that movie, he played a jobless gamer who gets framed for murder and has to fight his way out of a high-security prison. The physicality he brought to that role was next level, but it was the desperation and the fear in his performance that really stuck with people. He was nominated at the Baeksangs, but he didn't win the award. For someone who had already been leading massive dramas for years, it felt like the committee was finally noticing him, but then they just stopped at the nomination. But the real snubs are the ones where he wasn't even nominated. Let's talk about Healer. That drama is a masterpiece, and his performance as a mysterious night messenger was iconic. He had to play 3 different personalities in one drama, and he didn't get a single Baeksang nomination for it. And then there's The Worst of Evil. This is widely considered his best acting to date. He played an undercover cop who slowly becomes as dark as the criminals he's chasing. The way his face changed throughout that series, becoming more hollow and cold, was chilling. When the 2024 Baeksang nominations came out, and his name wasn't on the list for Best Actor, the internet actually went into a frenzy. Fans couldn't believe that such a raw, transformative performance was completely ignored. He's won Best Actor at the Asia Artist Awards and Excellence Awards at MBC and KBS, but that Baeksang Award is the one thing still missing from his legendary career. Number 7. So-hee. So-hee is easily one of the coolest and most daring actresses working today. Most people really noticed her for the first time in 2020 with The World of the Married. She played the other woman, and she was so convincing that people were actually mad at her in real life. It takes serious talent to make an entire audience feel that strongly. But even before that, she was holding her own in dramas like Moneyflower. Even when she was just starting out in supporting roles, she always had a presence that made it impossible to look away from her. Her biggest Baeksang moment so far was her Best Actress nomination for My Name in 2022. This was a total transformation. She played a girl who joins a crime ring to avenge her father, and she reportedly gained 10 kilograms of muscle and did almost all her own stunts. She also got a Best New Actress nomination for The World of the Married, but My Name was the performance that proved she was a top-tier powerhouse. Then you have Nevertheless. It was a controversial drama, but her acting as Yunabi was so realistic. She captured that specific, messy feeling of being young and making mistakes in love. It didn't get the big award buzz, but it was a masterclass in subtle internal acting. And of course, there's Jang-seong Creature, where she brought that same survivor energy to a historical setting. She's won Best Artist at the Asia Artist Awards and is a global icon for huge brands, but the Baeksang Award is the one thing she's still missing, despite being one of the most fearless actors of her generation. Number 6. Kim Ji-won. If there is one actress you can always trust to do a great job, it's Kim Ji-won. She has this very calm and elegant presence, but she can also be incredibly funny or heartbreaking when she needs to be. Kim Ji-won actually started out training to be a singer, but she eventually chose acting, and we are so glad she did. Most people first noticed her in 2013 in The Heirs, where she played the rich and mean heiress Rachel Yu. She was so good at being cold and chic that she won a New Star Award for it. But her massive global breakout was definitely Descendants of the Sun in 2016. She played a military doctor who was deeply in love, and her chemistry with Jin-gu was so good that they almost stole the show from the main couple. Now, let's talk about the big Baeksang moment that should have been hers. In 2023, she was nominated for Best Actress for her role in My Liberation Notes. She played Yo Mi-jong, a woman who felt completely stuck and exhausted by her boring life. This was a very quiet and difficult role. She didn't have big or loud scenes. Instead, she had to show all her sadness and hope through small looks and her voice. It was so relatable and real that it stayed with fans for a long time. She was nominated at the Baeksang Awards, but she didn't win. It felt like a robbery because she took a character that could have been boring and made her the soul of the entire show. Then there are the roles that didn't even get a nomination, which is even more confusing. Fight for My Way is the perfect example. She played Choi Era, a girl chasing her dreams with so much energy and humor. She won Excellence Awards at the KBS Drama Awards for this, but the Baeksang completely skipped her. And, of course, we have to mention Queen of Tears. She played Hong Hae-in, a powerful businesswoman dealing with a huge secret. It was one of the biggest dramas of 2024, and her acting was perfection, going from icy and tough to incredibly vulnerable. She won Best Actress at the IMBC Awards for it, but when the 2024 Baeksang nominations came out, everyone was shocked that she wasn't even on the list for Best Actress. She keeps delivering these legendary performances, but for some reason, the Baeksang Award just hasn't found its way to her yet. Number 5. Lee Je-hoon. Lee Je-hoon is the kind of actor that other actors look up to. He has this very serious and intense way of working, but he can also be incredibly soft and charming. He's a veteran who has been around for nearly 20 years, and he's still one of the most exciting people to watch on screen. He actually started in independent films, and 2011 was his big breakout to the industry. He was so good in the movies Bleak Night and The Front Line that he swept almost every Best New Actor award in Korea. But for K-drama fans, the moment he became a household name was in 2016 with Signal. He played Park Hae-young, a young profiler who finds a mysterious walkie-talkie. That drama is a masterpiece, and he was the perfect heart of it. Passionate, stubborn, and deeply emotional. Now let's look at a moment where he was right there at the finish line. In 2020, he was nominated for Best Actor at the Baeksangs for the movie Time to Hunt. He played Yoo Yeon-seok, a man living in a dark, future version of Korea who just wants to escape to a better life. The movie was intense, and Je-hoon was the soul of it. You could see the sheer panic and desperation in his eyes as he was being hunted. He was nominated alongside some of the biggest legends in the business, and even though he delivered a world-class performance, he didn't win. It was one of those years where the competition was just brutal, but it reminded everyone that he is easily one of the best leading men we have. The real frustration, though, is how the Baeksang keeps skipping his legendary TV roles. Let's talk about Move to Heaven. He played Sang-go, an ex-con who is to work as a trauma cleaner. It was one of the most moving performances in years. He went from being a tough and rude guy to someone with so much hidden pain and love. He won Best Actor at the Asia Contents Awards for this, but the Baeksang didn't even give him a nomination for it. And then, of course, there's Taxi Driver. He's played Kim Do-ji for 3 seasons now, and he recently won the Daesang Grand Prize at the 2025 SBS Drama Awards for it. He literally plays multiple sub-characters in that show, changing his voice, his walk, and his personality every few episodes. He is carrying one of the biggest franchises in Korea, yet the Baeksang Best Actor Award for TV still hasn't touched his hand. He's won everything else, so why is this one taking so long? Number 4. Park Bo-gum. You can't talk about K-dramas without mentioning Park Bo-gum. He has this incredibly kind and bright image that earned him the nickname, the nation's son-in-law. But don't let that sweet smile fool you. He is an actor with serious depth. Park Bo-gum actually wanted to be a singer and songwriter at first, but his agency suggested acting, and the rest is history. His first real breakout moment was in 2015 with Hello Monster. He played a complex, mysterious lawyer, and people were shocked at how well he could play someone so dark. But the role that changed his life was Choi Taek in Reply 1988. He played a genius baduk player who was socially awkward, but deeply caring. He was so convincing that people started calling him the nation's little brother, and he became a massive star almost overnight. The moment that really felt like a Baeksang robbery was in 2017. He was nominated for Best Actor for his role as Crown Prince Lee Yong in Love in the Moonlight. This wasn't just a typical historical romance. Bo-gum had to show the growth of a playful prince becoming a strong, reliable king. His acting was so polished. He could go from being mischievous and funny to being a powerful leader in a single scene. The drama was a huge hit, and he won Top Excellence at the KBS Drama Awards for it. He even won the Most Popular Actor award at the Baeksangs that year, but he didn't win the actual Best Actor award. It felt like everyone recognized his star power, but they weren't quite ready to give him the top acting prize yet, even though he clearly deserved it. Then we have the most recent shocker from the 61st Baeksang Arts Awards in 2025. Park Bo-gum starred in the massive Netflix hit When Life Gives You Tangerines as Gwon-sik, a quiet and hardworking man who only has eyes for one girl. He was nominated for Best Actor, and the drama itself was the biggest winner of the night, taking home Best Drama, Best Screenplay, and both Supporting Acting awards. Even though the drama was named the Best of the Year, Park Bo-gum once again walked away without the Best Actor award. It was a huge disappointment for fans because his performance was so grounded and sincere. It's hard to understand how a drama can sweep almost every major category while the leading man, who is the heart of the story, gets skipped over for the top prize. He has won almost everything else a star can win, but that Baeksang Best Actor award is still the one thing missing from his career. Number 3. Ji-sung. If we're talking about pure and raw acting talent, Ji-sung is usually the first name that comes up. We have to talk about the 2015 Baeksang Arts Awards because it is still one of the most talked about snubs in history. Ji-sung was nominated for Best Actor for Kill Me, Heal Me. This was a performance that shouldn't have been humanly possible. He played a man with dissociative identity disorder who had 7 different personalities. Think about that. He had to play a suicidal teenager, a dangerous rebel, a 7-year-old girl, and even a man with a thick provincial accent, all in the same body. He changed his voice, his eyes, and his entire vibe for every single one of them. He won the Daesang Grand Prize at the MBC Drama Awards that year, which was a no-brainer. But when the Baeksang came around, he didn't win. Fans were devastated. It felt like he had done the most difficult job an actor could ever do, yet he didn't get the top prize from the Baeksang committee. And the snubs didn't stop there. In 2017, he did Innocent Defendant, where he played an elite prosecutor who wakes up on death row with no memory of how he got there. He lost so much weight for that role that his face looked completely hollow. He won another Daesang at the SBS Drama Awards, but again, the Baeksang didn't give him the win. Then there's The Devil Judge in 2021. He played Kang Yo-han, a judge in a dystopian world who is either a hero or a monster. You never quite knew. It was a brilliant, chilly performance, but it didn't even get a nomination. He is a man who has won the highest prize from almost every major network, and he's widely considered one of the best to ever do it. The fact that he doesn't have a Baeksang Best Actor award feels less like a reflection of his talent and more like a massive mistake in the award system. Number 2. Shin Hye-sun. Shin Hye-sun is someone I like to call a one-woman show. She has this incredible talent for taking an entire script and carrying it on her back. She didn't become a star overnight. She actually spent years playing very small, minor roles in dramas like School 2013. But her real turning point was My Golden Life in 2017. That drama was a massive hit in Korea, and she played a woman struggling with her identity and family secrets so well that she became a household name. The 2021 Baeksang Awards was where the Real robbery happened. She was nominated for Best Actress for her role in Mr. Queen. This was probably the most difficult role of that year. She had to play a queen from the Joseon era whose body is taken over by the soul of a modern-day, arrogant man. She had to act like a man trapped in a woman's body, changing her walk, her deep voice, and her hilarious facial expressions, while still making us care about the character's heart. It was a comedy masterclass, but she also had these deep, emotional moments that were just perfect. She was nominated, but she didn't win. It felt wrong because everyone was talking about how she basically reinvented the body swap genre with that performance. But then you look at the roles that didn't even get a nomination, which is just as bad. See You in My 19th Life was a beautiful performance where she played a woman who remembers all her past lives. She had to show the wisdom of someone who has lived for 1,000 years while looking like a young woman. It was subtle and brilliant, but the Baeksang skipped it. More recently, she starred in the 2026 Netflix thriller, The Art of Sarah. She played a woman living a double life with a fake identity, and her performance was so intense that it was all anyone could talk about. This role earned her another Best Actress nomination at the upcoming 62nd Baeksang Arts Awards. As of right now, we don't know if she will finally take home the award or not, but the nomination alone proves she is one of the best. After being skipped over so many times before, fans are waiting to see if this will finally be her year. Number 1, IU. Finally, we have to talk about IU. It is actually mind-blowing to think that one person can be the biggest solo singer in Korea and also one of the most talented actresses at the same time. She started out as a teenage singer, and her first real acting role was in Dream High, where she was so charming and sweet. But the moment everyone stopped seeing her as just an idol and started seeing her as a serious actress was in The Producers in 2015. She played Cindy, a cold and lonely pop star. It was so different from her real-life sweet image that it shocked people. She showed that she could play someone tough and complicated, and that was the turning point for her acting career. Then, in 2016, she gave us one of the most emotional performances ever in Moon Lover's Scarlet Heart Ryo. As Hae-soo, she had to travel back in time and survive the dangerous politics of the palace. That drama was a total emotional roller coaster. Watching her go from a happy and playful girl to someone completely broken by grief and loss made her a favorite for fans all over the world. Even though the drama was a massive hit and her chemistry with the cast was legendary, she didn't win the big acting awards for it, which many fans still talk about today. The absolute biggest robbery in Baeksang history for many fans happened in 2019. IU was nominated for Best Actress for My Mister. She played Lee Ji-in, a young woman living a very dark life, carrying so much debt and sadness. She was so raw and real in this role that it is widely considered one of the best performances in K-drama history. She was nominated at the Baeksangs, but she didn't win, which still feels like a huge mistake to most fans. Then we have the massive 2026 heartbreak, When Life Gives You Tangerines. This was a huge hit where she played a Sun, a rebellious and brave girl born in Jeju in the 1950s. She had to show so much range, playing the character as she chased her dream of becoming a poet against all odds. The drama was the big winner at the 61st Baeksang Arts Awards in 2025, taking home Best Drama and Best Screenplay. But once again, despite being the soul of the show, IU was skipped for the Best Actress win. It's hard to understand how a show can be named the best of the year while the person carrying it doesn't get the top acting award. And then you have the roles where she proved she could do anything else. Look at Hotel Del Luna. She played Jang Man-wool, a moody, fashionable woman who had lived for over 1,000 years. She was funny, stylish, and deeply tragic all at once. She got a nomination for this too, but again, no win. She is a massive superstar who has proven her talent over and over again in some of the most difficult roles imaginable. The Baeksang Best Actress Award is the last thing left for her to win. And there you have it. 10 actors who have more than earned their spot in the Hall of Fame, but are still missing that one elusive Baeksang Award. Honestly, looking at this list, some of these snubs feel way more controversial than others. But I want to hear from you. Who do you think is the most robbed person on this list? Or is there someone I missed who definitely deserves a Baeksang? Drop a comment below, and let's argue about it. Politely, of course. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into everything K-drama.